Writing formal emails. In this video, we'll recap the functions, language, and structure of formal emails. We will also look at some useful phrases. When we are writing formal emails, we should use polite and formal language. How can we be polite and formal? Here are some tips. Tip number 1. Use would like whenever you want to say want. For example, instead of saying we want to invite you to our open day, you can say we would like to invite you to our open day. Tip number 2. Instead of saying your company or your organization, try mentioning the name of the company or organization directly. For example, instead of saying we would like to invite your company to join our campaign, you can say we would like to invite ABC Company to join our campaign. Tip number 3. Use we, us, or our instead of I, me, or my when writing on behalf of an organization. Very often we are writing for our company instead of writing for our own interest. So this point is very important. Pay attention, there are a few things that you should not use in a formal email. First, do not use short forms or contractions. Short forms includes words like HKU to refer to the University of Hong Kong. In a formal email, do not write the letters HKU, instead spell the whole thing out. And do not use contractions, for example, don't or will, words with the apostrophe. Next, do not use incomplete sentences. Always use complete sentences, including the subject and the verb at least. Then, we should not use direct questions. When we want to ask about something, direct questions can sound rude in a formal situation. We should use these phrases instead. You can say, we would like to know, or you can use we wonder. After the two phrases, you can use a noun phrase. For example, we would like to know whether ABC Company would join our campaign, or we wonder whether we have enough chairs for the open day. Finally, do not use flowery language like idioms. Our formal email should be using direct wordings, simple wordings, and most importantly, the tone should be businesslike. When do we write formal emails? Formal emails are a form of business correspondence. That means it is the exchange of information in a written format for business activities. So this kind of business correspondence can take place between organizations, within the organization. That means it can be between different departments in the same company, or it can be between the customers and the organization. That means it is between somebody out of the company and somebody inside the company. So what's the structure of a formal email? First, we have the to. After to, we write the recipient's email address, and we have from afterwards. After from, we write the sender's email address when we are doing a listening and integrated skills task. And then afterwards, we have the subject line. It's quite different from a formal letter. In formal letters, usually we will write the subject line below the salutation, but in emails, the subject will come first above the salutation. So subject first in formal emails, salutation goes second. After that, we have the introduction. In the introduction, we state the reason, or we call it the purpose of writing. Afterwards, we have body. In the body, you would say what you want to say to the recipient, your main ideas. And afterwards, we have a very polite closing remark. After the closing remark, we have the complimentary close, and then write your full name and your position. Sometimes we will include the company name after the position as well. So let's take a look at the structure in more details. Here's a little tip for you when you're writing the subject line. Many students do not know how to write the subject line. You may start your subject line with the words regarding or concerning. What is your email about? Try to write that in a few words. Regarding something something. For example, regarding the arrangement of the open day, or concerning the arrangement of the open day. Or you may use RE colon. RE colon means regarding. So you may start your subject line with RE colon and then write your main idea. For example, sponsorship program. In the salutation, if you know the name of the recipient, please use Dear Mr., Mrs., Miss in MS or Miss in MISS. After that, follow it by the surname. Don't write the full name of the recipient because writing the full name of the recipient is considered rude in the salutation. If you do not know the recipient's name, please use Dear Sir or Madam because you don't know whether that recipient is a male or female person. Next, you will continue with your introduction or the opening paragraph. Always state the purpose or the reason why you're writing. So start with the words I am writing to, followed by your purpose. Or you can say I'm writing regarding something something, or I'm writing concerning something something, or I'm writing with regard to something something, or I'm writing with respect to. So actually regarding, concerning, with regard to, and with respect to mean the same thing. If you're replying to an earlier or previous email, please say I'm writing in reply to, or I'm writing in response to your previous email on Okay, so some useful phrases for introduction. I'm writing to request, I'm writing to ask for, I'm writing to inquire about. Inquire about means to ask about something. I'm writing to reply to your previous message on I'm writing on behalf of. When you are writing for an organization or your company, instead of writing for your own interest, please write I'm writing on behalf of. Or you can write I'm writing regarding, concerning, with regard to, with respect to, in reply to, in response to some topics. For example, I'm writing regarding the problems of your application made on this date. Or I am writing in response to the problems of your application made on a date. After the introduction, we'll continue with the body. The body can be about different things. Let's take a look at them one by one. Useful phrases for reminders. So let's say you're writing an email to remind the recipient about something. You can use these two phrases. For example, please be reminded to do something. So after to, use bare form of verb. For example, please be reminded to put your name on the application form. Or you can use please be reminded that. After that, we use a subject plus verb. Please be reminded that the school will not open on the 25th of December. Sometimes we will have attachments to our emails. We will use this particular phrase. You can say, please refer to the attachment for the, and then you will mention the attachment name. For example, please refer to the attachment for the seating plan. Or you can write, please find the seating plan attached or enclosed. You can attach many different things. It can be a seating plan, it can be a name list, it can be a floor plan, depending on what you want to attach to your email. When you are using a formal email to request for, that means to ask for something, then you might need to use these phrases. You can say, you may want to blah, 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 or you might want to do blah, blah, blah. So pay attention, we want to be polite, so we do not use orders or imperatives to ask the recipient to do something. We will use this kind of more indirect phrases. So for example, you may want to add your name back to the list. You might want to call us and tell us your information. Another phrase that you can use is, it would be nice if, or it would be great if you could. So after you could, use the base form of verb. That is politely requesting the recipient to do something. For example, it would be nice if you could shorten your speech a bit. It would be nice if you can remove this picture from the poster. Or you can simply say, please remove the picture from the poster. Please shorten your speech. Or you can add the adverb kindly to sound more polite. For example, please kindly provide your name, class, and class number, or please kindly remove this part of your speech. Sometimes we use a formal email to ask about something, to inquire about something. You're not sure about some information and you want more information from your recipient. These are the phrases that you can use. You can say, I would like to inquire about, or we would like to inquire about the details of. Then you mention the event, service, or product name that you want to know more about. Or you can say, I or we would be grateful if you could let us know. Or I or we would like to request information or details of blah 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 blah. Or you can say, I or we would like to make a request for information. That means we would like to ask for the information of something. Or you can say, please let us know blah 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 blah. Or tell the recipient your title. For example, as the chairman of the sports club, I am, or we are very much interested to know. We really want to know something. Or finally, you can use I or we would appreciate it if you could do. So pay attention that for a lot of the phrases, we use the noun phrase. For example, please let us know what, whether, when, where, how, or I or we are very much interested to know whether, what, when, where, how. Or I would be, or we would be grateful if you could let us know whether, what, when, where, how. So in these three phrases, we use the noun phrase. Sometimes we invite people using formal emails. How can we do that? We can use these two phrases. You can say, we believe you would be a suitable guest. Or we would be delighted, or we would be very happy if you would do something. So you're inviting the recipient to do something or come to an event, etc. So the above are many ways to write your main body depending on the purpose of your formal emails. Next, let's take a look at how you can close the email with a suitable closing remark. So when you require a reply from your recipient, like if you want your recipient to answer your questions, then you can use these two phrases like, we look forward to your reply, or we look forward to hearing from you soon. So pay attention, the hearing after look forward to. After look forward to, you need to use the verb plus ing form for hearing. You can also add one more sentence. That is, please do not hesitate to contact me or contact us or the name of your contact person on a phone number or at an email address if you have if you need any information. You can also say, please feel free to contact me or us or name of the contact person on the phone number or at email address if you have further inquiries. So there are different ways to say feel free. You can say do not hesitate to, or feel free to, or there are also different ways to say if you need more information. You can say if you need any information, or you can say if you have further inquiries, or you can say if you require any further information. So 3 ways to say the same thing. In particular, for emails of inquiry, you can use these 2 phrases to end your email. You can say, I would appreciate your immediate attention to my inquiry, or we would appreciate your immediate attention to our inquiry. Or you can say your immediate attention to my inquiry or our inquiry is appreciated. As for emails of invitation, you can end it like this. You can say, I hope you will consider our invitation favorably. I look forward to hearing from you soon. So saying that you want the recipient to consider your invitation favorably, that means you wish that your recipient will say okay or agree to your invitation. In some cases, you may need to say sorry. These are two phrases you can use to deliver your apology. For example, please kindly accept our apology, or we are sorry for the inconvenience caused. Sometimes you may need to ask for sponsorship with your formal email. These are the phrases you can use when you close your email. You can say, we hope that you or your company might sponsor or help us by blah, blah, blah. And then you can say, your contribution is essential to the success of something, something. You can say, your contribution is essential to the success of our campaign. And you can also say, please let us know your decision by contacting me or contacting somebody else on a phone number and an email address. I look forward to hearing from you soon. And finally, don't forget the complimentary close, the last part of the email. When you write this part, remember, if you know the person's name, if you know the recipient's name, please use yours sincerely as the complimentary close. If you do not know the recipient's name, use dear sir or madam as salutation and use yours faithfully as the complimentary close. When you write the complimentary close, don't forget the capital letters Y, the S, and after yours, the words sincerely and faithfully starts with a small letter S and small letter F respectively. After this line, you will write the full name of the sender. That means the full name of yourself. You start with the given name first. For example, in the name Chris Wong, Chris is the given name, Wong is the surname. And please write down the post if you have any post, and also the name of your company or association or organization if you're writing out of your organization. That means you're writing to somebody not inside your company. For example, yours sincerely, Chris Wong, Chairman, Student Council of ABC School. So this is the end of our recap on formal emails.